Hey, welcome. You ever look at your life, really look at your results, and just think, this isn't what I wanted? You work so hard, you've got these huge goals, but you just keep hitting the same walls? Well, today, we're gonna dive into exactly why that happens. See, there's a secret program running your life, and we're about to pull back the curtain on it. It all starts with a feeling that I bet is pretty familiar to you, right? Does this feel familiar? You read the books, you listen to the gurus, you get all fired up and inspired. You think, yes, that makes perfect sense, I can totally do that. But then you just don't. Or maybe you do for a day or two, and then you're right back where you started. It's so frustrating, knowing what you should do, but feeling like some invisible force is stopping you from actually doing it. So what is really going on here?
Well, see, the reason we feel so stuck has nothing to do with a lack of willpower, and it's definitely not about being unintelligent. It's something way deeper than that. There's a fundamental conflict that's happening inside of our own minds, day in and day out. Let's take a look at what that conflict actually looks like.
So here's what happens. You use your thinking, conscious mind to set this huge, exciting goal. Something like, I'm going to turn my annual income into my monthly income. But what happens almost immediately? This other voice pops up, right? That little inner voice that says, yeah, right, that's a pipe dream. You could never do that. Now, according to the work of the late, great Bob Proctor, that inner voice, it's not just a random thought. It's the voice of the program that's been running your entire life.
Okay, so to really get this, we've got to look at a super simple model of the mind. Our mind basically operates on two different levels. You've got the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And here's the kicker. Well, we think we're living in our conscious thinking mind. It's actually the subconscious, that hidden part, that's really in the driver's seat.
Now, in theory, look how simple this is supposed to be. Your conscious mind, that's your thinking mind, chooses an idea. It then passes or impresses that idea onto your subconscious mind, which is the emotional mind. Now, the subconscious has no ability to reject it. It just accepts. The subconscious then controls the vibration of your body, which dictates your actions, and those actions create your results. Simple, right? Well, there's a catch. And this right here, this is the whole problem. Your subconscious might not be able to reject a new idea, but it's not empty. It's already running a pre-existing program, an old program that was installed a long, long time ago. And any new idea you have that conflicts with that program, well, it just gets bounced right out. And this program, it has a name. It's called a paradigm. You can think of it like your mental operating system. It's this massive collection of habits, ideas, and beliefs that you've just accepted as true over the years, mostly without even realizing it. And your paradigm isn't just some small part of you. It controls almost everything you do. Just look at the scope of its control. Your paradigm dictates how you see the world, your very perception of situations. It controls how you use your time, how effective you are, and even what you consider to be logical. And here's the big one for a lot of people. It literally controls the amount of money you earn. It's like a financial thermostat that's set to a certain level, and if you try to go above it, it will find a way to pull you right back down. So if you want to change these results, you can't just try harder. You have to change the program itself. So you're probably wondering, okay, how in the world did this all-powerful program get there? I don't remember installing it. Well, understanding this part is the key. Because once you get this, you realize it's not your fault you have the results you have. And more importantly, you'll see that you have the power to change it. Think about it. When you were a tiny baby, your conscious thinking mind hadn't developed yet. So your subconscious was just wide open, like a garden with no gate. And for those first 5 or 6 years of your life, everything you heard, everything you saw, everything you experienced in your environment was just planted directly into that garden through constant repetition. The beliefs about money, about relationships, about your own potential that were held by the people around you, all of that became your program. And this quote from psychiatrist Carl Menninger just nails it. It's so true. Think about the language you speak. You didn't choose it, right? You just absorbed it from your surroundings. You heard it over and over, and it became a part of you. Well, your core beliefs about how life works were formed in the exact same way. They were just given to you by your environment. Okay, so we're programmed. Now, that might sound like bad news, but I promise you it's actually fantastic news. You know why? Because if a program can be written, it means it can be rewritten. And the method for changing it is beautifully, elegantly simple. In fact, it mirrors the exact same way the program was created in the first place.
This is the secret right here. It's the whole ballgame. The paradigm was formed through the constant repetition of ideas from the outside.
So it can only be changed through the deliberate, constant repetition of a new idea that you choose. You have to consciously pick a new belief and then impress it on your subconscious mind over and over and over again until that new idea becomes the new dominant program.
So here's a classic example of an affirmation that Bob Proctor used for decades. By repeating an idea like this, an idea that probably flat out contradicts your current paradigm about money, you start to build a new belief. You are literally installing new software into your subconscious mind. It's not about wishing or hoping, it's a very real process of reprogramming.
But, and this is a big but, it's not a one and done deal. You can't just say it a few times and expect your life to change. Consistency is everything. Proctor always suggested that to really start seeing a major shift, you need to repeat your new idea thousands of times a day, every single day for about 90 days. That emotional, constant repetition is what it takes to overwrite decades of old programming. Now, I get it, this might sound a little out there, a little abstract. But this isn't just some theory. This is the real mechanism that so many of the world's most successful people have used to get where they are, often without even knowing the technical name for what they were doing. Proctor used to tell this incredible story about Milt Campbell, who won the Olympic gold medal in the decathlon. I mean, the best all-around athlete on the planet. After hearing this explanation of the paradigm, Campbell came up to him and said, "Bob, for the first time in my life, I understand how I did what I did." He was the best in the world, but he didn't consciously know how he did it. He'd just successfully rewritten his program for winning. And really, this is the bottom line. This is what it all comes down to. You can be the smartest person in the room. You can read all the books and have all the knowledge, but if your internal program, your paradigm, is set for scarcity, for struggle, for mediocrity, then that's what your results are going to be. Your behavior will always be in harmony with the program, not with what you know you should do. So the power is truly 100% in your hands now. That old program that has been creating your past results, it was built by accident. It was based on your environment when you were a little kid. But from this moment forward, you can be the architect. You can choose the beliefs, you can choose the habits, you can choose the ideas you want to live by. And through repetition, you can build a brand new paradigm that will automatically create the life you truly want. So the only real question left is, what paradigm will you choose to create for your future?